Hello everybody! Welcome to Agashi Review, where I review movies, dramas that you don't want to waste your time watching. I'll give you a synopsis, short review along with my thoughts and opinions, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe and leave a comment below. Now let's go into the review. Hello everybody, Agashi here today. So today I'm doing a Chinese drama review on the drama called Love Like the Galaxy. It's part 1 only, so there's part 2 as well. So this first part has a total of 27 episodes only, and the next part is supposed to finish off with the next like another 26 episodes or 30 episodes, something like that, because there's a total of 58 or 60 episodes. I don't know, it's like around there, that range there. But everybody was so excited for it. I was so excited as well, because I obviously Wu Lei and Zhao was actually in the Long Ballad together. They were not paired up, but this one they actually paired up. Like in the other one, I was like, Wu Lei, isn't he a little bit too young for her? But yeah, so they actually pair up in this one together, and I was kind of iffy on whether I wanted to watch it or not, but I did give it a shot. The first, let's say 4 to 5 episodes right there, and I really enjoy it. I do look forward to see what's gonna happen, and I'm trying my best to not rush because part 2 is not announced the release date yet. So I actually want to be able to watch it because part 2 of it contains all of their romance stuff, so I'm really looking forward to it. But I'm gonna go over the cast synopsis in the first 4 episodes with you guys today. So as for our cast, we have Wu Lei as Lin Bu-yin, Zhao Luxi as Chen Xiaoshang or Niao Niao, Gu Tong as Cheng Xi, Zheng Li as Zhao Yuyang, Xu Jian as Chen Yang, and Mickey Zhao is Chen Xiaogong. He's from Prince of Tunis. I recognize that. I was telling Ajish about it. And then Lu Youru as Yun Xin, and Yu Cheng-en as Lao Yao. There you go. There's tons of other people, like there's her grandma, her other aunts, her other uncle. One of her uncle was actually the oldest brother in Who Rules the World, so he's actually one of them in here too. He plays her uncle, which is funny. But anyways, and then there's like his family, there's the emperor, there's the empress, there's like the princesses, and there's like all these other people. So the cast goes on and on and on. But let's jump on to our synopsis. So the young Chen Xiaoshen was left behind because her parents has gone to fight the war, and in order to protect herself, from her scheming aunt, she has been like pretending and doing all these things, and she became total the opposites of what she was supposed to be or what her parents expect her to be. Years down the road, the family meets again. Her life is full of insecure, and she's like trying to redo everything again, now having to learn everything again from her parents returning. And you know, she encounters 3 men in the process of doing so: the emperor's adopted son Lu Bu-yi, the talented Yu Shen, and the artistic cat or something like that, Lu Yao. They're all like, you know, noblemen and everything like that, who they each have their pros and cons. And throughout the road of love, it's bumping, and she never regrets the choices she makes. But the thing is, she's never loved anyone, so she doesn't know anything, and she unintentionally gets involved with Lin Bu-yin, and mysterious things starts to happen, and she ends up finding with him the mystery of his family and his identity, because he's adopted to the emperor. So that's the synopsis for this, and I'm pretty sure it's the same thing, because part 2 is just to continue what's happening and to pretty much close off everything for us. So recap on episode 1 through 4. The drama starts us off with Lin Bu-yin coming back from war, and it's announced that they won the war. He is welcomed by the eunuch, and he has been promoted. He accepts the honor, and he rejects the welcome banquet that the emperor has invited him to, and he leaves with his bodyguard to finish off some business. We flash to see some maids knocking on the door, yelling at the 4th lady to come out. 4th lady who won't open the door. Her maids rush to take the food, brings it in, close the door. We see Chen Xiaoshen in rags and living in an old village home as she is starving. She quickly eats her food and states how she's ill and thrown away into the village. We learn that she's actually from a well-known family. Her parents went off to war 15 years ago and left her as a baby to her grandma. She grew up with no manners, no education, no love, nothing. She doesn't know anything. Her parents has won the war and is going to finally return home after 15 years, and she must return home before they arrive, or the parents will learn what their grandmas and everything did to her. So she stalls on purpose and finally goes back with the maids that came to pick her up. Bui and his people arrives at the same time to stop them because they want to check the carriage. Apparently, it seems like the Chen family has tried to smuggle someone, and Bui is there to capture that person. Xiao Xiao realized it already when the moment she got into the carriage. She saw footprints outside the carriage leading to the haystack before she got on, and so she opens the window, peeks out her hand, and leading Bui into the haystack. And little behold, her grand uncle from her grandmother's side was actually in the haystack. He's been doing like fraud, embezzlement stuff, money and stuff like that, and Bui is to bring him to justice. So, or like bring him in, question him and stuff like that. His investigation goes deeper than what they actually show. But all that happens, and Shen Xiao arrives home later after her parents, and her parents sees her that she's sick, she's in rags and all these things like that, you know, and learning that she hasn't been taken care of well in the past 15 years, left behind with her grandmother. She did not turn out well. She was very naughty, and her mother is determined to discipline her well for all the years that her mother had missed. But it does not go well when she doesn't obey her mother's word, and she hates it that her mother loves her cousin more than her. And so she already made up her mind from the start of episode 1 and 2 that she does not need love or anybody to love or care for her. She will survive every day on her own. So with more trouble coming into the Chen resident, grandma thinking that Chen Shen, which is the dad, does not love her, only his little family. Lots and lots gets more revealed, and her uncle does do. The uncle is bad. He serves jail for his wrongdoing, and the second aunt was the one who turned Xiaoshan into who she is today. And then like there's a lot of fixing that has to be done with this family to shape the family and to shape her. So we learn in episode 4 why her parents left her behind. On the night that her mother gave birth, it was twins, one boy and one girl. No one knew that. They just like, oh my god, she's giving birth again. Grandma met with the fortune teller stating that she needs to keep the baby from her oldest son to avoid future disaster. That night the mom gave birth. It's also time to go to war. The dad was going to take all his kids along with his newborn and his wife to go to war because his wife is really good at it too. After hearing everything, the mom decides to leave her daughter behind, and that's when they learn it's a twin. The mom took the baby's boy and the other 2 sons, and they all leave, and as they leave, the baby girl is crying. She's left behind with her grandma. They just turn their backs against it and then go to war. This is why to me, she has every right to not listen to her mother, and so she just lives off based off of her quick wits and everything like that. So the first 4 episodes is pretty much the intro to all of them and getting into Bui. His character slowly a little bit, hasn't fully gotten everything like that, but we already get like the first couple episodes that he is in love with her at first sight, you know, so he already likes her, and the things she does, he's really like amazed by her. Like it's like she's not going up against anybody or her family or anything like that. She just wants to bring justice, and it's because justice it didn't do her right growing up, you know. She was left behind and she wasn't very taken well up, you know. But so far the drama is good. I did watch a lot of the clips in the next couple episodes already. I know I'm gonna like keep watching it and it's gonna end, so that's why I'm slowly taking my time till part 2 is already airing or announced, because they haven't announced it. According to like how the Blue Whisper, how it was split up into 2 parts, it took, after it finished, it took about a month before the other part came out. So I'm hoping this one, it's supposed to last air on the 27th, so hopefully after that we start in like August already, we jump into the next part already. I'm really looking forward to it. But spoiler, it does we do know for sure that Xiaoshen and Bu Yi does get married in the next couple episodes, and he asked to marry her, and he's in love with her, and his adoptive father, like the emperor, offers him like marriages to princess and stuff like that, so he can be like an official into the royal family. He rejects it all. He wants to find the one, where his heart knows when he sees her, and like, so he told like off one of the princes, like, you know, when I look at you, I know you're not the one in my heart, and it's like, if I cannot find the one in my heart, I will stay single forever. And he already knows that the one in his heart is Xiaoshen, and he's already in love with her, and he's told her, confessed so many times, like, I'm interested in you, I admire you, but you don't see me. And so like he said that so many times to her, and she just kind of like brushes it off because she doesn't know anything about love. But she doesn't seem to like him in the first place, you know. And then she always like agrees with her father on everything. Her father loves her, he spoils her, and he's making up for everything that he's missed out for the past 15 years. Her mother rejects, and it's always like, you know, things always gets out of hand, and she always ends up with Bui. He always ends up helping her, you know. But what is it, you always have to remember, like, she doesn't know how to love. She has no education, she has no manners, so like she doesn't learn the love part at all until she actually is married to Bui, and she falls in love with him. So her education, her manners start slowly building as the episodes goes on. From like episode 4 on, her mom starts to like really grill her on her education and her manners and everything. She's always causing trouble, but she doesn't care, you know. She's not afraid to stand up to her mother. So her education gets really good, and she has manners, but she just really doesn't care much, you know, because it's like, to her, it's like, why am I gonna have manners when some people don't even care to respect me? So I might as well give them the same attitude back, like how they treat me, you know. So you want respect, treat someone with respect, you know, treat them the same. So that's her logic. But I have to say, her mother is a pain in the butt, and it's really frustrating. I've seen clips, and like her mom, like when they went to the Lantern Festival, her mom just like took care of her cousin and bought her like hairpin. Do you like this? Do you want to eat this? Do you want to do this? While Xiaoshen is like, what about me? You know, like, you missed 15 years of my life, and you're just not gonna even care about me. So it really does hurt your feeling, and that's why she just like took off. She didn't care about them. So, but her mother is really frustrating. But I really like this part 1, the first 7 episode right there. It's basically the intro to everything, and the intro to their love, and part 2 of it is basically going into their love and his story, because this is her story right now, and we're going into his story in part 2, and like that's where she's going to learn to love because of him. And he doesn't know anything. He's just been a military man in the war and stuff like that. So, but I really do look forward to it. So far it is great, like a promising drama. I laughed at some scenes. I get so frustrated, I can relate, and all stuff like that. I really enjoy it. And I was the first time seeing Wu Lei in the Long Ballad, his acting was really good. I really liked it, but it was just kind of like, you didn't feel that connection between him and the main lead. So I was like, we'll see how he turns out in this one, and you can really feel the connection, and I really like it. You can really tell, like, it's not that he doesn't know how to act. It was just, there's a big age gap, and he was having a hard time. You could tell, to me, he was having a hard time acting. Well, this one, they're only a year apart, and so they're more uncomfortable with each other, and they've acted previously before, so he's comfortable with her, and she gets comfortable with everybody. She's great. So, but do look forward to see what's gonna happen. I cannot wait for part 2. If you guys have not seen it, do check it out. But if you guys want to know what happens after part 2 comes out, you know, I'll probably do another part 2 review to start off how it ended in part 1 and how part 2 is gonna go. So do look forward to that. Who knows when it's gonna come out. But that's it for today's drama review, and I will see you guys next time.